What's up, YouTube? Today we're reviewing the 2021 Ford F-250 Black Ops. Huge thank you to Matt Newman over at Koons Sterling Ford for allowing me to do this review for you guys today. If you're interested in this particular Black Ops or any Ford product, I'll have his information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. First, let's talk about the exterior and performance. So this F-250 here is based off of an F-250 Lariat. However, this one does have the Black Ops package. So first things first, what you get with the Black Ops package is that you can see that this hood is a lot beefier. This is a dual ram air intake hood that you would not see on a regular Lariat F-250. I think that it looks a lot more aggressive and just makes the truck look a lot more rugged than a stock F-250 would be. You also get this Black Ops front grille that's paint matched to match the black exterior color of this truck. You also see right here, you've got your black Ford emblem right there as well as a forward-facing camera that helps you see what's in front of your truck. Because this truck is so high, sometimes it's hard to see what's like 5 or 6 feet right in front of the truck, and the camera just makes it that much easier to navigate in small situations. Also with the Black Ops package, you see that you have this metal off-road front bumper right here. You also do see that you have a 40-inch light bar integrated into that front bumper, as well as 2 6-inch light bars on the right and left side of the front bumper as well. You also do have these recovery hooks as well that are very beefy. And moving down here, you have your dual Fox steering stabilizers, and everything down here is just super beefed up. And I'll show you guys a little picture of that right now. Looks very good. Moving over to here, you do see that you have your Fox 2.0 shocks right there, and your heavy duty suspension right here as well. Moving over to the other side, let's take a step back and just look how big this truck is. LED headlights, LED daytime running light, as well as LED turn signals. Obviously we know what these headlights look like. They look very good, and they look even better when the daytime running light is on. And right here you do have your 20-inch black stealth wheels wrapped in a 37-inch BF Goodrich tire that's 13.5 inches wide. Very beefy tread. Definitely can do some serious off-roading with this truck. Again, more of that heavy duty suspension down here. BDS, quality stuff. And your Fox 2.0 shocks, just all really beefed up stuff. Definitely didn't cheap out by any means on this truck. Got your Black Ops badging right here with a little bit of a vent. The paint matched black trim around that. Top of the mirror cap is paint matched to the black. Looks very good. I hate chrome, so definitely a plus to have that. LED turn signal integrated into the side view mirror right there. Right here you do have a camera that helps you see with your 360-degree view camera, and you also have a puddle light right here that you can turn on and off in the interior. More Black Ops badging right here. And one thing that I really like about this truck is that when you open up the door, power running boards. Really nice, make it just that much easier to step into the truck, just because this thing is pretty high off the ground. Close that. Running boards go up. Some trim at the bottom of the front and back door that follows through to the rear right here. And right here is where you fill your tank with diesel, and that's also where you fill with DEF as well. Closing that. Those beefy wheels and tires right there. Take a step back and just look how beefy this truck looks. Very big truck. Probably the biggest truck, definitely the highest truck off the ground that I've ever driven. Power sliding rear window right there. And one thing I wanted to mention before I moved on is that I really like how it's got this wheel liner in here. It just makes the truck look that much more finished. I don't really like when there's no liner in here. I think it just makes it look cheap, but I definitely think that that makes it look just that much more premium. LED tail lamps, got your blind spot monitoring right here, LED reverse lights, as well as LED turn signals. Got your Black Ops badge by Tuscany right there. And at the bottom of the rear bumper, you can see that you've got your parking sensors, as well as a little backup camera right here at the top of the tailgate, and a little light to shine down here at night to make it easier to see when you're stepping up to the truck at night. Got your big trailer hitch down here that says you can pull 21,200 pounds max, as well as a 2,120 pound max tongue weight. Got your trailer lighting stuff right here. And to unlock your rear spare tire, you just take your key out of your key fob and unlock it like that, and then you'll be able to replace a tire if you've got a flat tire. Black Ford emblem here as well. You can see the Super Duty, just like a regular F-250 would be, stamped into the rear tailgate. Get a dampened rear tailgate, as well as your tailgate step right there. No bed liner, however you do have LED lights for your bed at night if you're loading stuff up, makes it easier to see. You also do have your E-track tie downs right there, as well as some more spots to tie down right here as well as in the front there, and in the front over there as well. I'll turn off those LED lights. Tailgate's decently heavy. It does have the tailgate step in it, but it's actually very manageable. Closing that, very solid. Moving along to right here. If you guys know Fords, you guys know what this exhaust normally looks like on an F-250 or F-350 diesel. This one's just wrapped around in a matte black type surround around the exhaust, and I think that it really matches the look of the truck. Everything's got a somewhat matte color to it, as you can see with these wheels right here, stealth black wheels. Really matches the rest of the truck very, very nicely, rather than this being like the silver that it normally would be. So definitely paid attention to these close details like that right there. Look at the rear suspension. You can see your Fox shock right there, leaf springs. You know, normal truck stuff. Black Ops badging right there, Black Ops badging right there. We talked about this basically on the other side as well. So let's go over to this side and open up the door. Make use of these power running boards. Really, really nice to have those power running boards. Looking at the door panel, you guys know it's basically an F-250 door panel. Really nice materials. You got the nice little leather right here. Got your wood with the aluminum trim around. Carbon fiber, so that's what you do get with the Black Ops package. And with the Black Ops package, I'll have an itemized list of exactly what you get on the exterior as well as the interior, just so you guys know exactly what you're getting in case I miss anything. But yeah, definitely gonna put that on screen right here. And just like any other F-250 Lariat, you do have this little plastic type material at the bottom of the door panel. And I'm gonna use a Deer Park water bottle for reference. Tons and tons of storage space in there. Tons and tons of storage space in there. You can see fit an umbrella, level, tape measure, stuff like that, and a place to put a water bottle right there. You do see you have 3 memory adjustment seat settings right there, unlock, lock, and you do have automatic up and down in the front. However, you do not have automatic up or down in the rear. You see this button right here. Turn this truck on, step in, and you'll be able to hear that 6.7 liter Power Stroke roar to life. That sounds like 475 horsepower and 1,050 pound-feet of torque. Closing the door. Solid feeling door slam. What's nice is that you can push this button right here if you're pulling a big wide trailer, and the mirrors will come out. So push that and you can see the mirrors are coming out on both sides. And then if you don't want them all the way out, just push that button again and they come right back in. It's really nice. And these are power folding mirrors, so just push this button right here and they both fold in. Push the button again, they fold out. Right here, like I was talking about, you have your puddle lights on and off. However, to turn on your puddle lights, if you're in auto, it's got to be nighttime and the headlights have to be on. However, if you just want to turn them on for craps and giggles, you just turn the headlight on and then you can turn them on both sides. Just like that. Turn them off again, go back to auto headlights. And right here you see your fog light control. I'll open the door just for a little bit more light. Right here you got your button to turn on your fog lights. This button right down here is to turn on the lights in the bed. And these buttons right here are to adjust the brightness of your gauges right up here, as well as the lights that are behind these buttons right here, as well as these buttons in here. Right here, if you push this button, it opens up the tailgate. So if I push the button right there, tailgate comes down. However, the tailgate does not come back up by the push of that button, so I would have to manually shut the tailgate by myself. You got a foot emergency brake right there. Just push the foot like that, and then to release, You guys know how to do that. This toggle switch right here is to either push the foot pedals away from me, or I can bring them towards me, just like that. I like them kind of towards the bottom. But let's close that, and you can see the carbon fiber trim is basically throughout the entire interior, and it follows through to the rear as well. And I got a itemized list right here that I'm going to read off of, just because there's a lot to list. But basically with the Black Ops package, what you get on the inside, you get a Black Ops patch on your headrest right here. And on the rear of the headrest, it's an American flag in green. You also get the carbon fiber dash, as well as the carbon fiber door right there. You also get a carbon fiber console right there. Another thing that you do get in carbon fiber are the carbon fiber steering wheel inserts, as you can see right here. And moving to the gauge, you can see that you have stainless steel gauges, so these are not your stock F-250 RPM gauge or speedometer. These are aftermarket, and you can see they are Black Ops in the stainless steel like I mentioned. Another thing that you do get with the Black Ops package is that you do get a nameplate, which I'll show you right here, that tells you what number that this Black Ops edition is in particular. This is 47 of 500. You can see it says Tuscany Motor Company in Elkhart, Indiana, 2021 Black Ops edition. And you guys know this is not a 2022, so you do not get the 12-inch touchscreen. However, you do have the 8-inch Sync 3 screen right here. Works just fine. However, I do personally like the 12-inch better, but that's what you get for 2022. And it's not a big deal. This screen works great. Very responsive, stuff like that. You know, control your climate stuff through here. You push this button right up here. 360-degree view camera pops up. Like I mentioned right there, to change your different camera angles, you click these 3 slashes right here, and you can switch to your front camera only. This is your front camera with the side view mirrors being utilized. You also have your bed camera right here. See what's going on with your cargo. And we'll go back to our regular camera right there. You got your front facing camera right here, and your 360-degree view camera right there. 360-degree view camera in collaboration with the parking sensors really helps out when you're driving this truck. This is not a small truck, so it's very helpful when you're in tight parking situations. Right here, you've got your hill descent control, lane keeping system right there, traction control, as well as your engine brake right there. So you can engine brake by pushing that button like that. To navigate through this screen right here, just like any other F-250, you got your pad right here to navigate left, right, up, down, stuff like that. You guys know what to do. OK is obviously to select, but you got your fuel gauge right up here, turbo PSI, coolant temperature, as well as oil temperature right there. You know, you guys know you can configure this screen pretty much exactly like how you want it. Personally, I like to keep it on the digital speedometer, but that's just my personal preference. Auto dimming rear view mirror right here, 6 auxiliary switches. Like I mentioned when we were out back, you do have a power sliding rear window. Close it like that. Nice feature to have. One thing that I really like doing with trucks and stuff like that with that rear window is just cracking open your sunroof like that, and then opening up the rear window, something like that, and you get a nice little breeze that's not too much air. So if you have like your hair or something that you don't want to mess up, it doesn't let too much air in and, you know, really disrupt your flow, if you know what I mean. But right here, you can switch between 2 high, 4 low. Obviously, volume knob, tune knob. You got your different preset radio stations right here to switch between your media, Sirius XM, that kind of stuff. You got that button. Forward on a track, backward on a track. I did that opposite, but you know, you get the gist. Right over here, 12-volt outlet, followed by a household 400-watt outlet right there. A little bit of storage space up here if you want to set your phone down in here, or you have a tape measure or something like that. This particular truck does have the Bang & Olufsen 10-speaker sound system, which I found to be very good. No complaints about it. I think it sounds very good. So if you're into music, definitely get the Bang & Olufsen sound system if you order one of these, or if you just get a regular F-250 Lariat, get the Bang & Olufsen sound system. Trust me, it sounds very good. Universal garage door opener right here. Place to set your sunglasses when you're not wearing them right in there. Obviously, these buttons are to turn on your lights on the passenger and driver side. This button right here, these 2 buttons right here are for your shade for your panoramic sunroof. So if you want to close that, you just push this button right here and it closes, but I want to keep it open. I kind of like it. and we'll close that little tilted sunroof just like that. Really nice materials used. This is a leather wrapped steering wheel, and like I mentioned, it's got the carbon fiber insert right there. It looks very sporty. I really like the way that it looks. Leather wrapped dash right up here. Like I said, Bang & Olufsen sound system. Carbon fiber over here in your Super Duty glove box. So just push this button right up here, and you got a little glove box up top for whatever you want to put in there. And you got a glove box on bottom for your owner's manual, napkins, straws, whatever you usually put in the glove box you can do. But you got a nice little spot right up here to set your glove box. And got tons of storage space for napkins and stuff like that, registration. What you usually put in there, it's lockable. Right here you see, you can just slide this forward. You got a wireless charging pad followed by a USB-A and USB-C port. And you got a little bit of more storage. If you don't want to set your phone in the wireless charging pad, you can set it right up behind it. 4 cup holders right there. You can see I've got my cord right here. So this particular truck does not have wireless Apple CarPlay. However, it does have wired Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto. So definitely nothing to complain about that. Let's turn that camera off right there. Go into audio. This does have a heated steering wheel. You do have 2 heated front seats as well as 2 ventilated front seats. You got your little Black Ops patch right there. Another thing I wanted to add is there's tons and tons of storage space down in here. Like I fit my whole forearm down in there, no problem. You can take this little divider out and you got a little 12-volt outlet down there. But yeah, tons and tons of storage space down in there. I definitely don't think you're lacking on storage space at all in the center console. And like I mentioned before, the Black Ops package is added onto this truck. This is an F-250 Lariat. So the MSRP before the Black Ops package of this particular Lariat is $77,955. And what you get with that is adaptive cruise control, adaptive steering, rain sensing wipers, quad beam LED headlamps. You get the Lariat Ultimate Pack, which includes navigation, cargo lights, remote start, as well as your tailgate step. Like I mentioned, this does have the Bang & Olufsen 10-speaker sound system. You got your power rear window, your panoramic sunroof, 360-degree view camera. And let's move into the rear, and I'll show you guys what the rear legroom is like. So unlock the rear doors. See, I'm using my power running boards right there. It makes it just a little bit easier to get in and out. But in my last F-350 video, you guys really wanted me to mention this, and so I'm going to include that in the video. So if you guys want to pause your screen right now, you can do so. So you can see that. I'll put this sticker up here as well, so I'm not missing anything. Pause your screen if you want to. But let's move into the rear. Got my key in my pocket, that's why it beeped. Again, more of that wood trim. You got your little bit of aluminum trim around there. Carbon fiber right here. Carbon fiber trim right here around your window switch. A little bit of storage space in here to set a phone or something like that. Again, just like the front, tons of storage space. You can fit a water bottle or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 stacked like this right in here. A little bit of space for a bigger water bottle right there. And I don't know what you would put right in there. Bang & Olufsen sound system, like I mentioned, that's what your rear speaker looks like. And look at these seats back here. Very, very comfortable rear seats. Let's step in. And like I said, you do have your patch on the rear side of your headrest with the green American flag. I really like the look of that. It's got on the passenger side seat as well. And it's awesome to sit back here with the panoramic sunroof. I really like the panoramic sunroof. So if you're getting an F-250, an F-350, or even an F-150, get the panoramic sunroof. I understand if you don't want to get it. However, I really like it. And that would definitely be a must option that I would get if I got one of these trucks. Close that door. Heated rear seats, you can see right down here. Let's talk about connectivity real quick. USB-C, USB-A port right there, followed by a 400-watt household outlet right there. Closing that. You also do have a 12-volt outlet up top here as well. See your HVAC vents, and you got the carbon fiber trim surround around that as well. 2 cup holders right here, so plenty of cup holders. And you got 2 more cup holders here on your little armrest. It's very comfortable, nice soft leather, nice very padded material as well. And that's what I really like about these F2 and F350s and even the F150s, is that these seats all around are just very comfortable. You could definitely do a really long road trip in this and have no worries about your back hurting or anything like that, unless you have like back issues or something like that. But these are probably the most comfortable American truck seats that you'll get. In my personal opinion, I got a little bit of a ranking that I do, and I think that Ford is at the top with the most comfortable seats, in my personal opinion. You do have your seat back pockets right here on both sides. So if you want to put like maps, I mean, who uses a map anymore? But if you want to put like maps or paperwork, stuff like that, you can do that. Fold that up, you can fit another person right here, and you just got tons and tons of leg room and knee room and head room. I'm 5'9", so I don't really ever have to worry about headroom or leg room. But if you're a taller guy, you definitely don't have to worry about headroom or leg room in this truck, because you got plenty of it. But let's step out and I'm going to show you guys what's under these seats right here. Again, that power running board coming in clutch when I'm stepping out. So just pull this latch right here, and these seats fold up like that, and you got a little divider right here and another little divider. So if you don't want stuff sliding throughout your entire interior, you get this little divider box, and it really helps out, like if you want to put, you know, jumper cables or just like the necessities that you would want if you're like in the winter time and you're driving through some areas where you could get stuck. It's nice to have this little storage space for covered storage that's not going to get wet. So yeah, definitely really like the utilization that they used under the seats, and it's just not wasted space. But you can see another little divider right there. You can actually close that just like that and have the thing go all the way across, so you got tons and tons of storage space right in there. I'm gonna move to the other side. I'm gonna open up that side as well, just to show you guys really what's going on. Close this tailgate real quick, and we'll pop this guy open. And as you can see, tons and tons of storage space right under these seats. Big fan of all the storage space that's in this truck, and just a very comfortable truck. And to close these, all you do is pull that and they come back down just like that. Very nice looking seats, the perforated leather, and like I mentioned, this seat and that outer seat on the driver's side are both heated. So if you guys are enjoying this video so far, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm really gunning for 1,000 subscribers, and I really think that I can get that done within the next month. However, I can't do it without your guys' help. So please give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of this Black Ops Edition F-250. But we've talked about the exterior, we've talked about the interior, we've talked about the motor. So now let's see what this thing's like to drive. So I will see you guys in the driver's seat. Now on to the driving portion of the review video. And you know, I've done a video with the 2022 F-350 Lariat in that beautiful Atlas blue. I'll link that video in the card section above. But you know, there are a few differences and there are a few similarities between the driving characteristics of this Black Ops F-250 and that F-350 that we did in the last video. And some of the similarities that I'm going to highlight right off the bat are they both feel the exact same. This one is a little bit shorter than the last F-350 because this has the 6 3/4 foot bed. The last F-350 had the 8 foot bed, so it feels a little bit shorter. But because of the lift that this truck has, they both feel about the same size. Like, I know that this one's a little bit shorter, but just because it's a little bit higher off the ground, for some reason it feels to me like the exact same size. And just like the F-350 that I did in that last video, they both ride very well. You can barely tell that this thing has a lift. I mean, you can definitely tell that it does because you sit up a little bit higher. However, this thing is very smooth, just like that F-350. And you know, it's pretty remarkable that a truck of this size and what this thing is built for can be so comfortable and so refined. You know, obviously, just like the F-350, there's that weird feeling in the steering wheel where it's got a little bit of a vagueness to it. But just like I said in the last video, you know, it's very easy to get used to it very quickly. Like, yeah, when you first jump in it, you're like, okay, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but within the first 10, 15, 20 minutes of driving the truck, I mean, it's not an issue whatsoever. It's very, very controllable. And another thing that I wanted to say is that the brakes are very, very good. They're excellent, actually. They stop this thing on a dime. Like, you don't feel like you really got to put your foot that far into the brake pedal in order to get it to slow down or stop. Like on some of these other trucks that I've driven, obviously there's different feels in how they make their truck and how they want the brake pedal to feel and stuff like that. But on this particular truck, you don't have to put your foot that far into the brake pedal to get it to slow down or to stop. And the same goes for the throttle. Like, you don't really, like under normal accelerations, you don't really have to put your foot that far into the throttle in order to get it to do exactly what you want it to do. So to maintain speed, like around the city like this, I'm in a 45 mile per hour zone right now. And to maintain speed between 45 and 55 miles an hour, you don't have to put your foot really that far into the throttle whatsoever. Like, as soon as you put your foot down just a little bit, I mean, you're basically going the speed that you want to do. So obviously that's under regular driving. Obviously, once you start getting into the throttle and stuff like that, that's when you really start to feel the power. But the real, obviously this is a diesel motor, so the real power that you're really going to be feeling is down low. So it's basically within 1250 RPM and 2500 RPM is really where your peak power is on this truck. And I'm talking about peak torque, not horsepower. Like I mentioned, this does have 475 horsepower, 1,050 pound-feet of torque, and you can definitely tell that this thing has over 1,000 pound-feet of torque. Like, it's really, it's a ripper. Like, it really is a ripper. It's very, very quick. I don't really feel like this thing needs any more torque or any more power. I think that it's got the perfect amount of power that you really want on a truck like this. And the way that it's put to the ground is just very, very nice and very, very refined. One thing I did notice under normal accelerations from like a stop sign or a stoplight is that the transmission will go 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it skips 2 and 4, which is kind of strange. I'm surprised that it does that, but I haven't really ripped this thing off the line, so I don't really know you know, if it does go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sure it does once you really start putting your foot into the gas. But we're gonna do a little acceleration right here, and I'm gonna show you guys just how this thing can get down and boogie. So let's do a quick little acceleration right here, and I'll show you guys another camera point of view right here. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. You feel the traction kick in, but I mean, it just goes like really, really fast. Really, really fast. You cannot really ask for a truck that's much faster than that. Very impressive. I am very, very impressed with the acceleration that this truck has. And I can only imagine how easy it is for this truck to pull a 15,000 pound load. Like, I think it'll be very, very easy for it, and it feels like it can handle that kind of weight. Like, I wish I could do a trailering test of something heavy, but you know, that's not in the cards as of right now. But you know, I really do think that this thing can pull those heavy weights very, very comfortably and with ease, just because of that kind of power, the brakes. It's very, I feel like it would be a very safe vehicle in towing stuff like that, like boats, car trailers, just really heavy loads in general. And you know, you're going to be very, very comfortable while towing those heavy loads as well. Like I mentioned when I was sitting in the back seats, that Ford has some of the most comfortable seats of any truck that I've personally sat in. Just, it feels like there's like memory foam in the seats. Like, it really hugs you kind of, and it feels like you sink into the seat. It's like you're sitting on a big pillow. But you know, the side bolstering and stuff is really, really nice. I'm 5'9", 145 pounds, and I fit into this seat very, very nicely. I feel like somebody with a bigger stature than me, like probably say 250, 300 pounds, would also be very, very comfortable in these seats. And there's tons of adjustability. So if you're a tall person, if you're a small person, you'll have no problem getting into your comfortable seat setting, because you know, you've got your adjustable pedals, but you also have your adjustable seat. You can go up, down, back, forth. You guys know, like a power adjustable seat. Very, very adjustable. Power adjustable seat on the passenger side as well. And you know, it's just a very, very ergonomical cockpit. You know, you got your places for water bottles. You can fit really big water bottles. I think you might, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think you might be able to fit one of the big Gatorade bottles in this water bottle holder right here. It's a big diameter, and I really think that you might be able to fit a big water bottle in that spot right there. But you know, like I mentioned, this thing's got pretty much all the features that you want. Adaptive cruise, it'll do the adaptive steering, it'll stop for you. It's got the blind spot monitoring, and if you don't want to use the blind spot monitoring, you can turn it off. But you also have a spot on the bottom portion of the mirror right there that's kind of like a fisheye type thing, so it really helps you out with your blind spot, and especially because this truck is lifted. It really helps when looking down at just the small cars that are around you and stuff like that. And you know, because this thing is lifted, you might ask yourself, hey, does the blind spot monitoring still work because it sits a little bit higher than a regular truck would? And yes, the blind spot monitoring does still work. And the blind spot monitoring is at like the middle portion of the mirror on the left side of it, and the middle portion of the mirror on the right side of it. Very easy to see, very bright blind spot monitoring light on there. And you know, like I said, brakes are awesome, fantastic. Definitely don't feel like I need any more brake. But this thing is just a very, very comfortable truck. It's very easy to drive. You got your 360-degree view camera if you're not comfortable with parking and stuff like that. You got your forward-facing camera, you got your rear-facing camera, and it's just a really, really nice truck. You know, like I said, it's got all the features that I personally would want on a truck. So I do think that this truck is very, very good looking. Even though it's got those big wheels and tires on it, it still rides very, very smooth. It's very, very quiet in here, just like the F-350. I mean, there's very, very, very many similarities between this F-250 and the F-350. But you know, like I said, you got those big wheels and tires. They do make a little bit of noise, more noise as compared to like that F-350 that I did, and that's just because these are beefy, knobby, off-roady tires. And you know, this is a legit off-road truck, so if I could take this thing off-road, I would. However, like I mentioned, with just like the towing, it's not in the cards as of right now, but maybe one day we can take one of these things off-road, and I think that it'll do just fine. I don't think it will have any problems off-roading this truck. But you know, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of the Black Ops package. I'm really interested to see what your guys' opinion is on this truck. Personally, I'm a fan of it. I really do like the way that this thing looks. And the MSRP of this particular truck is $103,000 and some change. I'll put the exact price right here. But with that said, please hit that subscribe button. I'm really gunning for 1,000 subscribers. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, I can only do that with you guys hitting that subscribe button. Without you guys, this channel goes nowhere. So the people who are subscribed and who are watching this video, thank you guys so much for hitting that subscribe button. We've come a long way in the past few months. We've really gained subscribers. I feel like this channel, we've really gained some traction in the recent few weeks and months. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I got my eye on the growth, and you know, I really appreciate you guys who have hit that subscribe button. And you know, like I mentioned in my previous videos, first we're gonna hit this 1,000 subscriber milestone, which I think we'll do within the next month, if not sooner. But after 1,000, we're going to 10,000. After 10,000, we're going to 100,000. I think we can do that within the next year and a half. So if you guys like this video, please share this video. Please share the channel. If you see any other vehicles that you guys are interested in, or you know people that are interested in, please share the video. But like I said, that's the end of today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace.